Welcome, Dungeon, and welcome back to Rise and Roll. My name is Dread DM, also known as Dread, also known as we're going to do quick introductions, reintroduction, and then we're going to go into the marvelous Call of Cthulhu game, marvelous and talented and complete La Narratrice has set up for us. And why don't we just kick off with introduction from her. Rita, where can we find you? And um,
Hi, so I am La Narratrice DM. You can find me on Start Playing with the same name. I know the name is in Italian, but you can find me on Instagram, NARRATRICE, La Narratrice. And I am a professional GM, writer, singer, and general ADHD enthusiast. You can find me at those on Instagram, on Start Playing, here for the breakfast cartoons one shots, and anywhere where there is TTRPG shenanigans happening. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And hi, I'm Kate. I am here. I do a couple streams here on D8 Dungeon. I have one on Erie Games out of New Jersey. I am located in New Jersey, US, so it's a little bit early for me, but I'm game. This is fun. I'm really looking forward to today's adventure and for working with La Narratrice. So I'll pass it over to Mikey.
Hi guys, I'm Mikey. I had bacon, eggs, and toast for breakfast. It was delicious. My extra large cup of coffee got me going. If anyone wants an extra large cup of coffee, now is the time to get one. You can find me here on D8 Dungeon. I have volunteered to Rise and Roll for anyone who will have me. And if you want to find me anywhere else, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch at Surely Only Mikey and the Long Play Gamer, respectively. You can also find me over on the Component Cast on Tuesdays, where I'm a part of the Tuesday crew. We play Lancer. It's just business, and it's always just business over there.
Hi.
I thought I was unmuted. Okay, perfect. So with that, and no further ado, La Narratrice, Bella, take us away.
Yay. Okay, so we are playing Call of Cthulhu in the world of DuckTales because DuckTales woo, that's the situation. That's what we live for, the DuckTales. So we will see duck people fighting the horrors. The setting, our story starts in 1933, and it starts like many things starts in literature and movies in the US. The daughter of oil tycoon R.J. Quackenbush has absconded to the old country with a dock worker and a dock worker called Colum. The heiress in question is the beloved daughter and apple of the eye of everybody in high society, Polly Quackenbush. Polly is admittedly an old soul. She prefers dreaming of marrying a duke and becoming the nobility that her American lineage doesn't allow her. And she dresses elegantly, and she basically scrunches her beak if offered strong alcohol, preferring drier and lighter vintages as a good lady should. So everybody is surprised when the detectives sent by her father report that she ran away to Ireland, to rural Ireland of all things, with a dock worker named Colum. That is completely out of character for her, according to those who say they know her. So R.J. Quackenbush, fuming at the disrespect, decides to send a group of intrepid adventurers and well-paid detectives to rural Ireland in the village of, and I'm going to butcher the name even though I made the name myself, Ballylaha, in the most forgotten, damp, saddest corner of Northwest Ireland, to go get Polly, kick Colum in the shins, and bring back the girl. And our group of adventurers has just arrived via cart, not even a carriage. You guys found a local farmer that was kind enough to just allow you to sit in the hay on the back of his cart to get to Ballylaha. From what little you were able to discern from the very, very thick accent of the farmer, Ballylaha is among villages even more forlorn and even more isolated than others. It is situated in between two mountains, in what would look like literally a pass between two mountains. But the gap between the main road and the village is such that the village is nestled comfortably on a side of one of the two mountains. It's just a few cottages. Probably when you arrive first in the evening, when the sun is already going down expeditiously, the huts that you see are damp with moisture. The hay on the roofs is becoming darker, either from not being maintained or just because the humidity and the smoke coming from the chimney is such that everything looks grayer in the village of Ballylaha. There are about 20 huts and a small church in the typical grey, dreary stone of all churches in Ireland. But this one in particular looks more eroded by time. It doesn't have the symmetry of the sharpness of Irish Catholicism. When the farmer leaves you at the entrance of the village, the sun is just about to go down between the two mountain sides of the gap, and the man simply whips his horse and just goes on his way. And you can notice that probably is going faster that you would consider polite. There is smoke coming out of the chimneys, and there is one single light coming out of one of the houses, which it's not a house in itself. It's a pub slash inn with a very ruined and damp sign out that says just O'Connell's. So I would like you to introduce your detectives, your characters, and I would like you also to describe what kind of duck are you. So let's start with the dreaded DM.
Well, thank you so much. I think my character, Annie Hughes, or as she's more uh, locally known, even though she doesn't particularly like the name, Scrooge. She is not sitting in the hay in the back. That would ruin her very, very stylish dress. Um, she is sitting at the front with the driver, um, and just watching the world go by. She is quite small. Is completely black. She is an American black duck. I looked it up. That is a true breed because I didn't think it was real. And it turns out, yes, it is.
Mm.
um, an American black duck, so completely black feathers, with a slightly reddish beak, um, dark, kind of hazel looking eyes, but she does have a little splash of white on her chest. Um, and everything is immaculately clean. There is a slight smell of the most expensive perfume you could think of. Um, and even the hay and the dirt and the smoke, they all know to steer clear of Madame Scrooge.
Mhm. Okay, great. And what about you, Mikey?
James Samson is this very tall, very well built. He actually has a size one build, I think, in mechanics, so he's quite a large fellow. Um, the most noticeable thing about him is that on his face there is a scar that cuts across his beak and down and splinters across his neck and cuts out just above the very, very well worn in, but very comfortable and very warm trench coat that he's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's wearing a fairly standard gray and off white suit. Um, and he is a mix between a Gladwell and Northern Pintail. Gladwells are technically an Irish breed of duck, while
Mm-hmm.
Northern Pintails tend to be from the more northern parts of the US and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he is this very soft gray down with a little patch of cream just below his neck. His bill is very dark, maybe a charcoaly kind of black color.
Mm-hmm.
Um, his feathers all end in this very almost similar colored black streak.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes are a odd sort of auburn color,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and he has the demure he has the stature of someone who knows what he's doing. You can tell by looking at him that he is an experienced detective, but also definitely ready for the worst of it. Um, Proudly displayed on his chest, pinned into his shirt pocket, is a badge for the detective agency that got hired to come out here.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely see that he is proudly carrying at least one firearm. There is at least one gun. There's at least one holster strap that you can see.
Okay, so it's evident. People can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Last but not least.
Not last but not least is Arabella Quackenbush. È nata nel Principato di Riviera. No, scusi. She is an American duchess born in the Principality of Riviera with her twin sister, Polly. She has always enjoyed causing trouble for others, which means plenty of trouble for her too, but she enjoys that as well. I remember several times her doing naughty things and making her sister take the fall because she can make cute eyes, and she's a pretty good dissembler. But this thing where Polly has run off with some ruffian, she just can't let her get herself into that much trouble. It could ruin her life. Plus, he's pretty cute, so maybe she could trick him into marrying her instead. Wouldn't Daddy be mad? Right now, you can see her uh, kind of working a splinter. She's sitting close to the bench of the cart where she should have been sitting herself had this Scrooge person not have gotten in her way. Um, but she is working a splinter from the cart into between the fabric of Scrooge's dress and her butt. So when she stands up, it will rip right open. Um, and she
Excellent.
that's her goal right this moment.
Very good.
Um, and she is a mandarin duck, which means she has bold orange hair with green stripes on her face and little yellow spots that look like they might be blush. She prefers to wear slinky bias cut dresses, and she always wears gloves.
Excellent. Very good. So you guys have arrived at the village of Balilaha. As I was saying, the only evident light that you can see comes from O'Connell's, which is which looks like ostensibly the only pub in the village. There are some flickering lights coming from some of the huts, but they are not big enough to signal that people are awake or even at home. You have a pathway in front of you that is damp with mud and stepped on yellowish grass that leads down into the village and passing with the pub on your right.
Um, before I stand up, can I make some sort of check to make sure my dress doesn't rip?
Absolutely. First check of the campaign.
Hell yeah.
Of the one shot. So I would like you to make a spot hidden check.
Will do. And I have a 60 to this, so I should notice.
Yeah.
Okay, that is 51 under 60.
Yeah,
You
you
ain't getting
notice.
me.
You feel the pull of something and you can sense the danger to your clothing.
I turn around. I look um I look Arabella dead in her eye as I lift my dress, smooth it down. It's like, nice try, girly. You're gonna have to try harder than that. As
I don't know
she
what
steps
you're
down.
talking about.
Sure you don't. Um I'm so sorry. What was your character's name again? Mikey?
Arabella.
No,
James.
no, Mikey. James. I'm stuck on the last session because I was thinking it's Sam. um,
So it's
um,
sorry, there is actually a thing in this in the character sheet for this. You can put the
Yeah.
character of the player in it. So it's
oh,
Arabella,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and it's not Scrooge.
Oh,
What's your real name?
my real name is Annie, but everybody calls me Scrooge.
Annie Scrooge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do that too, actually. James
Really nice thing, by the way,
and
in the sheets. I would highly suggest that if you're making a tabletop role playing game, please do us a favor. Add a fellow heroes section to your sheet so we can put our
yeah,
other
that
characters' names and
Yeah.
other players' names in there.
Yeah.
Old Oak Games. Is he here? Is he here? Old Oak Games? No? Okay. uh okay, yeah, I was like, Mr. James, are you ready?
He's already gotten out of the back of the. He's like grabbed everyone his own suitcases because he's got two. He's got two very large suitcases. You're not sure what's in which of them, but one of them is definitely clothes, but the other one you don't know. Uh, he slung
I
one of them over his shoulder, and he's gone. I'm ready to go.
okay. I think usually she would have, a person carrying a valet with her, but she decided for the sake of discretion, she would only take a small suitcase that she could carry herself. Um, so she takes off just like a single suitcase is packed very nicely. It's like, all right, we all know why we're here. As a calm demeanor. We all understand that.
And James, Arabella is standing in the back of the cart, holding her hand out to you so that you can help her down.
He holds up his hand to her. He's a gentleman. He'll do that. That's only
Thank
fair.
that's nice.
you. And now she
I,
takes her giant steamer trunk and goes to the farmer driving the cart and says, "Sir, I need some assistance with my luggage. Um, can you please, if I were to give you 250 American dollars,
Jesus.
would you walk it to the inn for me and help
I
me
want
get
to. I
it
want to specify
upstairs?"
250 American dollars in the
that's
30s.
so much money.
In the 30s.
That's
like
enough
He
to
more
has
live
than.
for like
no
a year.
concept.
That's more than enough.
Enough
That's more than a year. That's like multiple years. That's like multiple salaries.
to
That's
give
like a lot of
people
money.
to give people context for how much money that is. In because I also run Call of Cthulhu, like $5 will pay for your like apartment for like a good 2 to 3 months at
Mm.
least.
But I
and
get the
and that
sense that Arabella doesn't know that.
interesting.
It's
Okay.
1933. What month is it specifically? Did you say
October.
October?
October.
And you said 250 USD.
We're doing the conversions,
I'm doing it
people.
right now.
We
That
got
is
it.
holy shit. That's $20,000.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
Oh
That's
my
That's a
god.
20,000 US
Oh
dollars. You
my
just handed this guy
god.
more than like half of someone's yearly salary today.
Now,
Give
be also aware
Well,
that we are in rural northwestern Ireland. So for this man, a dollar is like talking about rice. He has
Yeah,
no
true.
idea what a dollar actually is worth. So he looks at you, and I would like. Sorry, go on.
No, I
Uh,
was just going to say this is literally like Mr. Beast rocks up to
Yeah.
to like a
but,
slum and hands $20,000 to
but this is Mr. Duck, not Mr.
this.
Beast.
You're so right.
And,
I'm so sorry.
so no, it's okay. I also wanted to ask you, can you roll me a psychology roll?
okay. One
Okay.
moment,
So at
please.
this point, we would have been using the Free State pound in Ireland, which was locked at a 1-to-1 ratio with the British sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the conversion back then would have been from dollars to sterling, but it's still a
Dollars
decent
were
amount of money.
It would
like
have been
even like go ahead.
more pounds more dollars then.
Oh, is it? Mm.
Okay, I got an 87 under 10.
So you failed. So if anybody else wants to roll me a psychology roll, you can.
Yeah,
But
I
you
will.
don't notice anything particular about it. This is a very stern mallard. With missing feathers on his face, probably
Ooh.
because he's working the fields, his face is quite burnt. But you notice very openly that instead of being amazed by the amount of money, his eyes slightly flicker to the church in the distance. And then he looks back at you.
Oh,
And
I actually got a hard success.
hard
So I
success.
got hard success, 17 under 50.
Okay. So, based on your experience, so Scrooge probably doesn't appreciate spending time with people because Scrooge has a keen sense of what the people around her express at any given moment. So
Oh, for
that's,
sure.
and when you look at him, you notice a brief moment of fear as he looks at the church. And he's considering it for a moment. He's considering lingering to help Arbella with his luggage. But then he looks at the church, and you don't know what he sees. But he just looks at Arabella for a moment, squinting, looks at her batting eyelashes and the trunk, and then the church. And then he just simply pulls back, whips his horse, and goes along the road.
I think I whip to Arabella. I was like, "You damn fool! Put that money away. You see, you made
But
him
it's just
uncomfortable.
pocket money.
Trust me, that ain't pocket money, honey. First of all. Second, you cannot. This is a different part of the world. You cannot be whipping out that amount of dough.
All right. We'll see.
Um, and I think at this point, because this man very clearly didn't want to. He's gone at this. Yeah,
He's
he's
gone.
driven
He's
off.
gone.
He didn't take the money either.
No, he
Okay.
just decided it wasn't worth the risk.
Okay. And there's it's like, and what do you think it means? You flash around your pocket change and he didn't take it. Think
Well,
for a
he must be
second, girl.
stupid.
And he wouldn't be the only one here. I'm gonna Mr. James, after you, I think we should see if we can arrange some lodging here at O'Connell's.
Rita, with 65 strength, can I just pick up Arabella's suitcase?
Yeah, with 65 strength. Yeah, I'm not even having you roll for it. You can just pick it up.
Yeah, so he's got a big suitcase over his back. He's carrying his own suitcase in his left hand, and Arabella's in his right, and he's just going. It's just easy to him.
Why, Mr. James, you are so polite. Such a gentleman. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I think, yeah, Scrooge is actually she's in her 60s. She's not a young duck. She's not a spry little duck like she used to be. But she refuses any help if it is offered. She picks it up and she walks into O'Connell's.
Okay. The pub itself is literally one of the classic old style Irish pubs, but it's even more foreboding in a sense when you enter. The floor is pure stone, carved into the same stone that the mountain is made of, even if you are in the gap. So the floor is pure stone, which doesn't make the inside warm or inviting. The only wood that you can see is for the beams up ahead, where some herbs are hanging down from the beams in bunches. The fireplace is very big, like bigger than you would imagine it being in any kind of establishment. It almost takes the entirety of the far wall. And there are 3 separate fires going on in this massive fireplace made of stone
Damn.
and wood. And they all managed to go without touching each other, which is probably because the fire itself is divided in stone pits, the old way that you would see far up north, probably. So the room, there are a few rickety tables, some stools and chairs. There is no continuity in terms of style. And hanging from the walls, there are hunting trophies that you wouldn't find in Ireland recently, because most of what it was the old wildlife has been completely annihilated by the British or other or continuous poaching. And the trophies themselves are all skulls. There are no animal heads per se. There are deer skulls, there are wolf skulls, just hanging on the walls. There are no there are no warm pictures of landscapes or hunting scenes. It's all skulls and herbs. Then on your left, you see the bar. The bar is solid wood, continuously polished by use. And behind, there are just kegs of unknown liquid for the moment. Behind the pub, there is a goose.
Ugh.
It's a grey lag goose. He is quite tall, and 80%, probably 70% of that tallness is all neck. He is dressed in worn but well kept cravat, that just goes in the middle of his neck. So it doesn't even reach his chest. It's just neck, cravat, more neck. And another interesting thing that you notice is his beak. So his beak, you know how a goose beak works. There is a lower part of the beak and the upper part of the beak. The upper part of the beak was bent in half at a 90-degree angle, as if something tried to bite it off of him, but he survived. So you can see the underbite, sort of, with the little sharp teeth that a goose will have, and the tongue lolling out. And then the rest is just this bent beak, bent towards the left.
What a
The man looks-
horrifying beak.
Yeah, the man looks at you and goes, "Hi, come in."
Oh, Gialish Makara. Walilum, Trishom Labra, little. And she's
What are you
basically.
saying?
I turn with a look of just utmost contempt. Oh, I'm just asking him for 3 bedrooms.
Oh, okay, that's very nice. Thank you.
Of course.
The man looks at you and tries to assess you, sort of. He's not aggressive per se, but he's wary of you.
Yeah.
He didn't expect you to speak Irish. He seemed neither pleased with it or suspicious, just taken aback. And then he looks at Arabella, he looks at Sam. Together.
Ta.
And he points you at a staircase hidden behind the massive fireplace and says, "One room."
1 room? No. I'm sorry. I'll switch to English if that's better for you. We would prefer 3 separate rooms if that's okay.
You see his big clack, and you get the sense that his monosyllabic responses are not because he can't speak Irish or can't speak longer sentences, but because his beak
Because of his beak. Yeah.
limits how much you got. 1 room only.
Okay. I turned to this like, were we all okay with shacking up for an evening?
James just shrugs. I've slept in worse places.
I'll get the bed.
No. And
Well, I
I
suppose we can share.
I take out my money clip. I take out a single dollar and I slide it over. If
He,
if you would prefer, I can pay you in pounds either.
he looks at you. Pounds.
Of course, I'm so sorry. I slide the dollar. I take out a completely separate money clip that is also fully stacked. And I take out a pound.
He raises his hand and drags the money backward and goes, "Food?"
Please. And I consider for a second before taking out the pound. And then I take out whatever the equivalent of half a pound would be, like 50
50
pence.
pence. 50
50
pence.
it would be 50 pence.
Yeah, it's
50
pence.
pence, and I take that out instead.
Okay, so what he does is he reaches behind him and gets a big ladle. This ladle probably hasn't been washed in a while. It's a
Fantastic.
bit sticky. And he goes under the massive bar, and you feel something slosh under the bar. He picks up a bowl from behind him, and he pours something of a weird color. Now, you think it could be oats or another kind of soup that is made of oats, but there are bits in it that look suspiciously like meat, which would be unusual for a village of this size and in this remote part of Ireland to have meat regularly to the point that it would be served in a pub. But it's still in it.
I can't I need like just for because she may not show it off as much as Arabelle, but she lives quite nicely. Um Scrooge. So can I make some sort of check to see if I can identify this mystery fluid?
Absolutely, absolutely. If anybody of you would like to do it, okay, depends on what you want to check. So I will ask you optionally two things. So you can either roll medicine to figure out the finer details of this
Medicine.
soup, or you can roll spot hidden to identify just the singular appearance of it, so not more scientifically than that.
I think I'm gonna go with spot hidden, if that's okay.
Spot hidden, okay.
Ooh, girly, that's good. Um, I got a hard success.
Excellent. Very good.
18 under 60.
Very good. So those are not oats.
Oh,
These are intestines of some kind of animal that have been boiled so long that they became the consistency of rice and oats. And they are floating in what looks like boiled tallow. And there are pieces of what looks like sheep meat, but it's too dark and somewhat juicy to be purely sheep. It looks like a weird mix between the color and the consistency of sheep meat, but the juiciness of beef.
mm, nasty. Um, I'm going to look up. Did he serve 3 bowls or was it just the
Yes.
one bowl?
And he
Three
just pushes
bowls.
them towards you with no utensils.
I am. um, I am going to say. I meant food for tomorrow. If maybe you can put these in, save them for us for tomorrow. We ate before we got here.
He nods mechanically and pours the thing back into whatever cauldron he has under the bar.
Yeah. And I was like, Miss Arabella, Mr. James, shall we away to our room and just leave our stuff there?
Yeah, James. Do we need a key?
No, he shakes his head. No,
Okay.
no keys.
Oh, no keys. Cool. Um,
Well,
I
okay.
I nod at him, pick up my bag, and walk to the room. And I gesture for the other two to come quickly.
He looks at you while you go upstairs. It's a crickety staircase leading up, where literally you see a corridor with 3 rooms. One at the end of the corridor, which looks like it is locked. It's a solid wood with iron inlays and with a sturdy lock in front with no key, of course. Then there is another room, the same, and then the room on the right is already open. And there
But
is
there are
no.
3 rooms right here. I don't
And
understand.
you notice that
Uh,
the room has no lock and no handle. You just push it to close it.
Great. I push it open.
There is a big bed, the same bed where a lot of Irish mothers would have raised their little nestlings through generations. It's sinking inward, like the mattress gave up at some point. There is an old dresser, a little table with a small stool to sit down, and in a corner there is a statue of the Virgin Mary holding the baby Jesus on a little altar with a bowl that would have been used to dip your fingers into holy water and cross yourself, but now the basin is empty.
This place is horrible. um, I'm gonna go in. Lay my. I'm. Does the bed look like clean? Or is it you know, you know is it nasty? Like, it can look sunken in, that's fine, whatever. But
Mm-mm.
does it look clean?
It looks clean, but it's yellowish due to the old age of the linens themselves.
Okay. That's
And of
fine.
course, there is a small fireplace, much, much, much smaller than the one downstairs. And the fireplace itself is just dying because probably it wasn't expecting anybody to come. But it was just kept there to keep the house a bit hot, a bit warm. But the embers are quietly dying. There are a few logs in the corner if you want to revive the fire.
Yeah, no, I put my bag, my suitcase underneath the bed, and as I'm like, you know what, Arabelle, you are absolutely right. You should just take the bed. I'm, I'm, I'm a, I'm old enough that I don't need comfort.
Are you sure? I wouldn't. I would hate for you to hurt your back.
Girl, my back will hurt no matter what. So you go ahead and you take that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Um,
I'm gonna pull back the bed covers and just see what's under there.
Okay, roll a spot hidden.
Oh, I'm very bad at that.
Can I roll as well, or can
Sam
any of
too,
us roll?
yes. You can all roll spot hidden.
Okay, not a hard success, but a success.
I failed.
39 under 60.
You failed, okay. Sam, what did you roll?
I rolled a 78. I failed.
Okay, but Scrooge, you succeeded, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mattress itself is very lumpy, to the point that when you touch it, um, you touch it and it is filled with something that is not quite feathers, but it's not hay. It's lumpy, like a bunch of knots, soft knots inside the bed.
Oh, is it? Can I? I'm gonna put my hand on Arabelle's shoulder and just say, you know what, honey, hold on a second. You may not want to sleep here either. And I'm gonna put on my own glove now.
Yeah, yeah.
And this one is simple but very well made. It's like a velvet glove.
Mm-hmm.
Um and she pokes one of the lumps. Is it hard? Is it soft? Does it feel like you know?
Soft-ish, but lumped so much into it that it's almost like feeling a soft fist or a knot.
Can I like try to I'll put on another glove. Can I like smooth it out? Like is it like a like just like maybe it's like hay or feathers just bunched up?
No, it's not bunched up. It's literally like a conjunction of soft knots making up the feeling of the mattress.
Well, honey, it feels. I think this might be bad. I'm not gonna front to you. This looks like it might be bad. Like
James has
not
put
a nice
the
experience.
Yeah,
James has
Jay.
put all the stuff down. He's put like the steamer trunk, his two suitcases down.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls on a pair of workman's leather gloves.
Yeah.
And he looks at what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He then rears back a fist and punches where this bundle of like stuff is in the mattress.
You sink into the mattress to the point that you need to rear back a little bit so you don't lose your balance. And it's literally like sinking into something soft, but at the same time knotty. I don't. It's like basically you are touching into something that is supposed to be soft but is not. So I need you to roll intelligence, just straight intelligence.
Is that educate? Oh, intelligence. Intelligence. Right. It's two
Intelligence,
different.
straight intelligence.
That is a. It's not a hard success. It's just a regular success. It's 32 over 60.
Okay, so you probably have experience with boxing because it was part of your
I am trained in
training.
brawl. I'm trained in brawl.
Exactly, your training
So.
brawl. You get the sense that this has been filled with some kind of wool
Mm.
or cotton.
Okay.
You could open the mattress with a knife or something to figure out what it is, but there is some kind of weird animal fiber inside it.
Mm.
Mr. James,
He turns.
what is your
That's animal fiber. That's
okay?
That's like a boxing bag feeling.
Again, Miss Arabella, you're welcome to that bed if you want it, but I think that'll do worse things to my back than the floor.
It keeps getting more and more suspicious, but I want to touch it too. So I'm going to take off my glove
Mm-hmm.
and use my psychometry
Mm-hmm.
skill on the
Mhm.
lump.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So give me a moment to roll that. Okay. I'm sorry, I need to check and see if this is a hard success.
Is it under what is your
Under your
total
half?
skill?
No, it's under half.
Okay, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's a very good success. Okay. You touch it, and for a moment, in the back of your mind, as if you're hearing a distant echo jumping between the mountains that make this gap, you feel you hear bleating, but a weird bleating that bleeds into a screeching yell. So
Oh, I
normal
don't like
bleating
this.
that becomes more human-like, more duck-like, the more you stop and feel it, and you need to move your hand before the bleating overwhelms you. And I need you to roll a sanity roll.
Okay, my
Oh,
favorite.
we're
The first
in
one
it,
of the
guys.
day. Yeah.
We're in it.
Okay, sanity I roll under as well.
Under as well?
Yes.
Okay, roll a d6.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Hang on a sec. I was just confirming the mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 15 under 60.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're so
Okay.
sane.
Yeah, roll a d6.
Okay,
Okay.
4.
Okay, now you subtract from your total sanity 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Even on
Okay.
a Oh.
So you
Ooh.
still lose a little bit of sanity, but not as much as you had failed. You feel this bleeding, and you think that it's going to stay in your bones for a long time because it started natural and then it wasn't all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm going to stumble back and say, no, I don't want to touch that.
That I understand completely.
The floor sounds wonderful, or maybe I could sleep in my trunk. There are plenty of clothes in there.
Darling, whatever you think suits you best. Um, I think I think we can all agree we would like to not stay here, considering both the food and the lodging, even at its most basic, is subpar. So, what do you guys say that we see if we can find Gladys and Column?
It's getting
Yes.
dark out. I don't think it's a good idea for us to go out in the dark, given what you said the farmer on his trailer was saying. And as James is speaking, he's gone over to the second trunk.
Mhm.
He has opened it, and in there is a Winchester Model 1931 pump action shotgun and
Perfect.
Jeez.
a long-barreled Lebel 1886 rifle. And he grabs the shotgun and starts loading it from some of the boxes of shells that are in the bottom of the suitcase.
Mhm.
And
Perfect.
what type of trouble are you expecting, sir?
All kinds.
It looks like elephants.
Oh no, this isn't for elephants. This is too small for elephants.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Very effective against the Germans, though.
Oh God. Oh no. Um. All right.
note to the audience: this is set in 1933.
This
Three,
is
yeah.
set in
1933.
1933.
Yeah. He's a World War I veteran.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
So, my fine people, I would prefer not to stay here any longer. Do we want to sleep and wait till morning, or should we set out right now? I'm tired, but I could. This old girl still got some
Does anyone
awakening.
have a timepiece on them?
Yeah, I
do.
definitely have a timepiece.
What time is it?
What time?
At the moment when you have arrived, we are in October and the sun is already gone down. It's 6 p.m.
6 p.m. It's not too late. We can go over for a week, Haley, to some other people, see if we can ask around. Like, I don't listen. I have found myself not as hungry as I thought I would be this evening, so I am more than happy to go and make some inquiries about the whereabouts of Gladys and Colin. Um, I would
Do you?
prefer company, but
I don't think we're going to be able to get anyone, right? Because everywhere else, all the lights are off. Everyone seems to be asleep or getting ready for bed. I don't think waking people up in the middle of the night, he says in quotations, will be a great way to get information from people.
okay, then shall we talk to this our mysterious host?
I don't think he can give us
Or
very
we
many
could go to
answers.
the church. Surely the church is open all hours.
Yes.
And
What
that's
day is
where
it?
a wedding would be.
What day is it? Is it a Sunday?
It's Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. Still a chance. There might be some chance of an evening mass, but the church is not a bad idea.
Okay, before you leave, do you want to do anything else in this room?
No, not even a little.
Okay, great. As you walk downstairs, you notice that the innkeep is no longer behind the bar. The room is empty, and the only sound that you can hear is the roaring of the 3 fireplaces.
Oh, I'm actually going to turn to James and say, you wouldn't happen to have any way of securing our lodging. I'm not quite a fan of how there's no way to lock it.
Do I?
I'm asking because I know I don't. Like, if either of you, like, I'm not saying this quietly, but so if either of you have anything, that's great.
I can disguise it.
I
don't think that's going to work.
Make it look like a closet.
I don't think I have any skills that would help. That would make me do that, unless I can use law, because I'm training in law.
I also have a little training in law. What could I possibly use? Like,
if we had like if someone has locksmith, but I don't have locksmith. Locksmith is a skill I don't have
absolutely not.
in.
The door itself doesn't have a lock or a handle. It's just a door that you push.
Or what my thought. I'm gonna explain my thought was like above the table was my thought like because there's no handle or lock. Like maybe we can just like basically put a door stop on the other side rather than. But then that one of us might be caught in there or.
Yeah, it's some way to jam the door from this side that we can undo, but I don't think there's a way for us to do that realistically.
Yeah.
I have a thought. So I can throw my voice. What if we make a bunch of coming down the stairs noises and then make voices going outside noises while staying in hidden? And
well,
see
I don't
if
think
he comes out.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't have that good of a fast talk, but
We didn't hear anyone coming up the stairs while we were in our
No,
room, did we?
no.
No. Okay, so this guy did not come upstairs.
Mm, You haven't. It's when you look downstairs, he's no longer there.
Or we could just leave.
yeah, right now I'm a little perturbed, but it's more because of the food than anything else. We're also in the middle of rural Ireland. Um, I don't think anything's going to get stolen. I'm just more a bit perturbed than anything else. All right.
Well, if
Uh,
one of my dresses shows up on someone in town, I think we'll notice.
well, I think someone would have to show up in town for that to be an issue, honey.
Are there any
Um,
windows here?
There is
Are
a
there
window
any...
in your room. Yeah.
No, I mean in the ground floor. We were in.
On the ground floor, yeah, there is the main window looking out into the street, but the rest of the room is pretty insulated.
Can I see the church from that window?
Yeah, you can see the church.
Does it look
What do you-
occupied?
Sorry?
Does it look occupied? Does it look like there are people in the church?
When you look at the church, the only light that you see is on the top of the bell tower.
Mhm.
There is a lantern glimmering in the bell tower and the door to the church, and you can see it because the village is not that big. You can see through
Yeah.
it, and you're pretty. It's slightly ajar.
Someone's gone to the
Um,
church, it seems.
well, I see. Maybe it's our lovely host, or maybe it could be the priest. Either of them might
Maybe
have
he's
answers
both.
for us. Maybe
Maybe
he
he's both.
in some of these towns, if it's rural enough. Yeah, I think like I'm gonna like smack my weird little feet. Do the feet have names? You know, like duck feet, or are they
Yeah,
just
your
duck
duck
feet?
feet.
Yeah, my little
I'm
duck
sure that
feet.
they have a name, but you're asking the person that is using English as a second language, so I don't
That is
know.
so true. That is so true. Oh my gosh.
uh,
Um, okay, I'm going to schmick, 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 waddle
yeah,
my way
yeah.
out of the tavern and tavern pub and up to start
Palmate.
walking towards the church.
Yep, palmate
Huh?
feet. That's what ducks and geese have. Palmate feet.
Pomade?
Palmate.
Palmate, as in like a palm.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
Palm,
palm
and then your friend,
mate.
mate. Yeah.
I thought you were saying like pomade, like what you put in your
Like the
hair.
hair? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hair
yeah.
Yeah.
We all look fabulous with our pomade feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I just I'm unless you two have a better I'm happy to confer to you young'uns, you know.
I just want to do something.
I agree, but I don't think either of those things are going to be eating or sleeping.
No.
So I continue to walk to the
Uh,
church.
Rita, I have night vision.
Yes.
Can I
Dark
see
vision.
anything
I have
out
dark
there?
vision.
I have dark vision. I specifically remember that I took that because I had a
Yeah.
feeling it would be important. Can
Yeah.
I see anything in the darkness that other people can't? Because I
Roll
have
spot hidden. Spot
Cool.
hidden.
spot hidden.
And then roll it with advantage, which means that you roll an extra d10 and then you subtract it.
Ooh, okay. So it is a 20, which is a hard success out of 50.
Okay, perfect. One thing that you notice in the dark is an interesting thing. Behind the village, there is clearly a space of where sheep would roam. You notice because there are there are places where the sheep can drink, there are places where they eat, but you don't see any sheep, and for that matter, you don't see a barn. You
Well,
only see the houses in the village. There is no place where to house sheep.
that wouldn't be all too uncommon in the 30s in Ireland.
Yeah, but also you notice something else. The houses are all small. The bigger house is the pub, and the biggest building altogether is the church.
Again,
There are
not
no
not all that unusual.
Yeah.
exactly. And in these houses, you don't perceive any movement. So when you look into the houses in the windows, aside from some flickering candles now and then, and the same herbs hanging from the ceilings, you don't see people.
Mm.
And even in the houses that are only one room, you don't see beds.
Oh, you.
Wait, so sorry, go ahead.
So you guys all see James is like standing in the window. He's put the shotgun low enough that if anyone happens to see him in the window, they don't see it. But he's looking out and he's like gathering intelligence as you can see, and then you see something like click in his head, and he goes, "I'm not sure there's anyone else here other than our innkeeper and us right now. All of those houses are empty. There's no beds. There's no there's nothing. There's nobody out there. There's no one like moving. There's the field over there, which was for livestock. He doesn't point, but like he nods towards it. There's
Young
nothing in
man, are
it.
you young man, are you sure?
I'm dead serious.
Then
This
where's
looks like
Polly?
I don't know. This looks like and he turns around. This looks like Lise after we had arrived in it. This
Hmm.
is it's abandoned here. It looks like.
Huh. Well, the priest will have answers. It's all we can do. Maybe because, there are certain festivals and certain celebrations that maybe people will go into the next town over, and maybe they'll take, they take their bedding, they take their linen with
Their
them.
bed frames? Are there bed
Maybe,
frames?
No,
well, some people
from what I
can't
said.
afford some people can't afford bed frames.
Oh.
Mm.
You just saw the fireplaces, a table, a corner to keep cutlery, some dressers, but there are no beds. It's the only thing that is weird about the houses that you can see. Everything else is normal, like in a normal house. It looks well lived in, but there are no beds.
Mm.
There's no beds. Would I say it looks like they've been used recently? Like there's maybe like
Yes,
something. They
the
look
the
like they've been
houses
used
look
recently.
the houses look lived in,
Hmm.
but there are no beds nor places to lay down, aside from chairs.
Yeah. Okay.
There could I'm just playing devil's advocate. Somebody has to. They could have just gone for a festival, taken the bedding with them. This is a poor enough town. They don't have bed frames. The the church will have answers. It's got to.
Well, should we go then? I mean,
Yes.
there doesn't seem like there's anything else here anyway.
Mhm.
No, we have to go right away.
I would agree. And I continue to blap blap
Mm.
blap blap blap.
Now, before we go to break, I have a minute to tell you this. When you arrive in front of the church, there is an alcove on the side of the church where you would usually find the statue of the Virgin Mary with the baby, because that's
Yeah.
Catholic iconology. And when you look at it, it's something that you may have noticed in the statue that was in your room, but the statue, it was so roughly crafted, and you were so focused on the bed that you didn't notice. The statue of the Virgin Mary usually would depict a duck and a little duckling, or even an egg in her
Mhm.
arms, where you would see it. This depicts a goat. The lady, the Holy Virgin, has doesn't have goat horns, but it's literally a goat. But a goat face that looks like it's melting down. The nose, it's too long, and it almost forms a sort of a tear falling down. Eyes are dragged down as if they are melting themselves, and in her arms there is a bundle, but the face of the baby Jesus has been scratched. So the baby Jesus has no face.
Damn. All right, and I think on that horrifying note, we'll go to break. We're gonna just take a 5, no more than 8-minute break, and we will see you then to figure out why the hell this is happening. We shall see you then. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank God, or maybe the goat for
Goat,
that.
maybe
Maybe.
it's the goat for sure.
Yeah.
What's
We
LeBron
don't want to
James
look.
doing here?
Holy shit. Wow, Mr. James, I'm such a huge fan. Um, yeah, before we went on break, we three ducks arrived in the small village of Balilacha. We were confronted by an extremely fucked up looking goose,
Oh.
and he presented us with one of the nastiest descriptions of food I have heard in a long, long time. Uh, we all decided we weren't hungry, or at least my character decided she wasn't hungry. We went upstairs, discovered the bed was weird and didn't like it either. So we decided to head over to the church, which we had noticed on our way in and appeared to be the only light. On the way in, our detective James discovered that there appeared to be nobody in the town. And not only was there nobody in town, there was not a single bed to be seen in any of the houses that we passed. And on our arrival to the church, we found LeBron James. um, no, we found a depiction of the Virgin Mary, which would usually be, as we all know, a duck holding a little egg. Um, but Rita, I'm interested. What type of duck is the Virgin Mary?
So the duck is obviously, because we live in that time and age, white.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Okay.
but that is not what we saw. We saw a goat that appeared to be semi melting.
Mm-hmm.
Um and the little uh was it like
Bundle.
like a little human baby, or like a was it like a goat baby?
Literally, you wouldn't know because the face had been scratched out.
That's
Literally,
what,
somebody
yeah.
went with a chisel and removed the face from the statue. So you wouldn't know if it was a goat baby or a duck baby. But it's basically what you find in front of yourself. The paint has been chipped away by time or by whoever decided to vandalize the statue of the Virgin Mary with the baby Jesus. For the rest, you see faint candlelight coming out of the slightly ajar door of the church.
Do you think the inside is as poorly maintained as the exterior?
It's entirely possible.
I don't like it. But we should go inside anyway. Maybe there's somebody nice.
I'm starting to doubt that more and more, but I'm welcome. We can go in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're not nice, I'm sure we can have some fun with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cautiously go towards the door and push it open.
Okay. What you see inside, so as you may be familiar with, Irish churches have this very contained space because
Mm.
it almost looks like every church is made exclusively of rock, and the inside is always very compact, very almost claustrophobic in such a way, with a few benches and then the altar at the end. This is a bit different. It almost looks like, yes, the church from the outside, it still looks like it's made of massive blocks of rock. But this is quite open, and the space almost looks like cave like, in a sense that have been created to create a big arch that wants to create the Romanic feeling of Italian churches, but misses the mark by being almost geometrically displeasing, as if the architect at some point gave up and starting assembling the blocks of the columns and the symmetry of the main aisle with the frustration and rage. The church looks like a monument to the part of God that creates floods and famines, more than like a space that creates adoration. The benches are pushed to the side, not to the side in a sense that they won't welcome people to sit. You can still sit on the benches, but your line of sight will be blocked by the pillars, strangely enough. At the end of the aisle, you see 3 people. There are 2 very thin, I don't want to call them altar boys because they are not boys. They are men, very thin and emaciated, dressed in white. And a white that, instead of being the old and ruinous white of your sheets, it's almost unnaturally white, the kind of white that you get in modern laundry commercials, but at the time it's almost impossibly white. And their vestments almost drape on them as if they were made of bones and skin and little else. Then they are flanking a massive funerary cart made sort of like the type of cart that you would imagine a Viking warlord would be carried to its final voyage on his longship. Yeah?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt because your descriptions are beautiful, but I want to make sure that I'm picturing this correctly. So there's a full funeral cart, like that would attach to a horse inside this church.
Yes.
That's like essentially almost cave-like, like for kind of claustrophobic.
Yes, but the cart is just a cart. It doesn't have a roof. It's ancient. It's like literally a cart, but beautifully
they're like,
carved.
I see. Okay.
It's a cart that people, not even, you don't need a horse for it. If you have 2 people pulling it, it moves. And I'm saying that it doesn't have a roof because on top of the cart there is a massive duck. This duck looks like he can't move. And he looks like a deflated pear, as if he lost an immense amount of weight very recently, and all that remains was leftover skin. Its arms flap with the remains of skin. His legs and feet are completely covered in layers upon layers of skin and feathers. And it looks literally like, again, there is this theme of melting, but it's not melting, it's just deflated. Fully deflated, as if underneath there is just some muscle, no fat tissue whatsoever, and bones. And this duck, this giant person, this supposedly once portly man, is dressed in the purple of Easter, and he is the priest. And both of them are all 3 of them are doing something at the altar. You feel them murmur probably a prayer of some kind. The 2,
Oh, they're all alive.
they're all alive. They're all
No.
alive. And they are moving around the altar doing something with the oil and the water and the wafers. It's like they are saying mass or preparing for mass, but not quite. But you see this massive priest man inside the funerary cart because he actually cannot move. There is so much residue skin under his purple robes that he couldn't move if he wanted.
So sanity roll?
Sanity roll.
Yeah.
Everybody sanity roll.
Because I feel insane, like just like at like above the table hearing about it.
I made it.
Okay.
I made it.
Oh, I
You
actually
made it?
didn't.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay. So again,
I got-
everybody roll a d6. Those that made it take half the value, and those that didn't make it take the full value. Now, did anybody roll a 6 on the sanity roll? You rolled a 6, okay. You develop a phobia. Let me go, because if
that's
you roll
fair.
maximum damage, you need to develop a phobia.
Yeah, so
So unless you have a suggestion that is thematically appropriate about the phobia that you want to develop, considering that you know your character, I will. Otherwise, I will go on the phobia table.
I have one. I don't know if there's an I think it's I think the phobia that she develops, I don't know how to say it, but like that fear of how clean are they?
Oh, they are very clean. Their vestments are extremely clean.
Okay. I because I want to say that she's afraid now of like of hunger almost.
Okay.
Like
let me check.
or we can roll for it if this is too strange. But I don't know how else, like she just sees these like emaciated people who are who are who should be so weak and on the floor and not able to move around as they are,
Hmm.
um and yet still they move. Or maybe it's like maybe a fear of like corpses. You know what, let's roll on the table. I'm too indecisive for this.
You want to roll on the table? Okay. So roll me a D100, please.
Got you. It is 64 and I'm gonna find
64. So let me go on the
calculator.
table. And I want to say, I will look at the table, but I also want to hope that it will be pertinent.
Yeah, like if you find if there's like some sort of fear that kind of relates to what I'm talking about, please feel free to use that one. But
Okay, so
I'm also, because I don't know what I'm saying.
okay, let me go on the Google. Technically, the fear that came out of the table with the number that you rolled is fear of dead things.
That's fine.
Which
That actually
could
works.
it could be pertinent because they look like dead on their feet. They are very much alive, but they look weird,
They look like a
shade-like.
walking zombie.
Yeah,
basically,
but
right?
they are very
Yeah.
much alive.
Honestly,
They,
yeah, honestly, the fear of dead things, that works perfectly.
that okay.
I'm happy with that. Great. Let me put that on my phobia
Congratulations
list.
on your new phobia.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so proud of myself. I think how my my newfound phobia, my shiny new phobia manifest. I think I fully like go to my clutch my chest, take a step back, and I grip whoever is on my left. Whoever is there, I grip their arms so tight. It's like they should be they shouldn't be moved. What is wrong with them? They shouldn't be. And I'm just like, no, I'm gripping so it doesn't look like I hear you. They should-
But it's okay. It's okay. They're all
No,
right.
no,
They're just
they shouldn't be moving. They shouldn't. That's what is wrong with them.
I'm going to attempt to persuade her out
Okay.
of this momentary.
So I don't usually do roll against the players, but what you
Oh,
can
okay.
do,
I'm sorry.
no, roll a charisma to show to basically it's more of a presence situation, right? Right. You if you want to be reassuring, roll charisma, and then Scrooge will decide if you are charismatic enough. Okay.
Okay, is there another name for
Sorry.
charisma?
Sorry. I'm still
D&D mode.
yeah,
Yeah.
still in D mode. It's I would say charm. Sorry, charm.
Oh, okay.
Charm.
So I was looking for it in stats. Charm.
Mm-hmm.
That I've got. So I rolled a hard success.
Okay, so you decide how you want to react.
It's okay. It's okay. Just
I think
picture them as something else.
I think just like you being close, me gripping your arm, and then I turn to you, and okay. I don't think she hears a part of imagine them as something else. I think she just relaxes her grip on you and looks back to the people. And just real quick, we got a raid.
Raid! Hi
What?
guys, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for
Yeah.
raiding.
Dragons, thank you so much, all you beautiful, beautiful, and lovely, lovely people. And I love your raid emotes; they're very cool.
I like their turkey
Um,
legs.
I also like the turkey leg. That one's my favorite. Um, well, you are just witnessing a small lapse in sanity, a real quick lapse in sanity, as we are. Honestly, I don't even know how to describe what we just walked into. Just like these emaciated corpse people moving around in this like cave like church. It's but we're all also ducks, so that's something you also have to keep in mind. Um Lenargis, continue with your art.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys, there's been this moment. Now, how do you want to proceed? The priest and the two, I'm going to call them altar boys, even though they are not boys, because I want to keep that feeling of helpers
Yeah,
in
for
this.
sure.
So, what do you guys want to do about this situation?
Um I'm gonna let you guys take the lead on this one. I think
Uh,
Scrooge is shaken.
I think
James is
we.
going to step forward
Mm-hmm.
into the church, which I assume they probably hear him stepping in.
Yeah.
He's going to say, "Hello, gentlemen. We're looking for somebody. You wouldn't have happened to run into a fellow by the name of it was Column, right? And
Column.
his
Yeah. Yeah.
and
So,
the lady
yeah.
was who again? Sorry,
Column
Polly.
was the bow of Polly, and
Polly.
they have responded together. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he says I'm looking for Column and Polly. You
Mhm.
guys seen either of them around?
Now, the two altar boys look at you with very tired, pale eyes, with very deep, even under their feathers, very deep bags under their eyes, and they silently turn the cart, and you feel it against the floor of the church as they, with strength that you wouldn't expect by such emaciated people, just turn around the cart so you can face the priest. And this priest is this white, very white old duck, again with these flaps of skin. Like this man, he was at some point in his life extremely overweight, but he's lost all of it like in a split of a second, judging by the flaps of skin. And he looks at you and smiles, and you see all the layers go up like you're speaking with a hound. And he looks at you and goes, "Well, welcome. Welcome to the house of God, child." And he speaks in a British accent.
Um
Hello, sir. He says, "You haven't heard of these two people?" And he gives a brief description of the two of them.
He tilts his head a little bit and he looks at you with these deep manic eyes. Are you coming for mass?
No,
uh
Well, good,
no,
I,
because
sir.
it's not time for mass yet.
oh, it's not time yet?
No.
Oh, well,
Tomorrow,
I was going
right?
to say I'll take mass, but I need some information about Polly first.
It doesn't seem
Yes.
to register when you talk about people's names. So when you say Colum and Polly, it just goes over him.
Maybe they're members of your congregation. Um,
Have you had new members into your flock recently, sir?
Oh no, our flock is small and quite tight knit. Not many people pass through the gap these days.
pass. Oh, of course, the gap in the mountains. Is there anyone in your flock that we could perhaps talk to about finding our friends?
Oh,
Apologies.
while he speaks, the two altar boys start pulling the cart towards you. Clack-clunk, 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 the
They don't have
sounds.
to do that, actually. They don't need
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah, they keep it on. And
No.
he looks at you and goes, "Oh, all my flock at this late hour, they will probably be asleep in their houses."
In their beds.
Indeed.
Have either of these altar workers or the priest reacted to the fact that there's a heavily armored duck in the church with them?
No.
Neither of them have acknowledged the fact that James is holding a shotgun.
No.
Okay. James is going to pull out a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to stick one in his beak. He's not going to light it. He's going to see if they react to him or anything like that.
The moment that you get the cigarette out, they stop. The cart stops. The priest tilts his head back to a straight position. "Please do not smoke in the house of the Lord."
He puts the cigarette away.
He tilts his head back and smiles. "Thank you."
So we're just, we're just wondering if anyone could direct. Oh, we met a member of um your congregation earlier. The one who runs O'Connell's,
Oh, Liam. Yes.
Liam. We thought maybe Liam had come here. Is and I look at the altar boys. Neither of them are Liam.
No. No. Oh, Liam is one of our dearest children. He is currently helping with the preparations for the celebration of the Virgin Mary.
What's that?
Oh, it's the day that our Lady of Roses, the mother of all, ascended to heaven. Now, I need, so I don't know how many of your characters are Catholics. So we're going to make this into a roll. I would
Okay.
like people to roll a education roll.
Oh,
I would say James used to be
education.
Catholic,
You
and the
used to be
war beat it out
Catholic.
of him. And the war beat it out of him, kind of.
I think maybe her mother was Catholic, but I don't think she practiced.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get 46 under 67, so
Okay.
a success at the very least.
Okay.
I did not
And
succeed.
you didn't succeed, you?
And I'm a Protestant American, but highly educated.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a 29 under 70.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Even okay, James, you have been raised Catholic, so you probably know even if you fail the roll. But the festivity of the Ascension of the Holy Virgin to the heavens is on the 15th of August. So
We're
we
in
are in
October.
October. Yeah. So we are either too late or too early.
Oh,
Get the
that's
Super Heavy start next year.
what is what is the celebration called again? Sorry.
The Ascension. So basically,
Just the Ascension.
the Ascension. Yeah.
Okay. It's like, forgive me, Father. I haven't practiced in a long time, but I was under the assumption the Ascension was earlier in the year.
He looks at you. Well, I can't forgive you until you take confession, child.
No, thank you. Um, Not at the moment. I think I'm maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll come to confession. We do have some business to attend to. Where is Liam helping?
Oh, down in the crypt.
Below here, the church.
Indeed. We have a few in terms of commodities and comforts this far away from civilization, but we do take a special care of our dead.
Okay. Um, which how would one get down into the crypt?
Oh, you just exit, pass through the graveyard, and enter the door behind the church.
Great. Great. Well, um, well, Father, this has been. Thank you. Um, and I'm gonna turn to you two. I am terrified of like deep horror, fear in her eyes, and I think just trying to maintain dignity as much as she can. She, I think I'm gonna waddle out of the room.
Before you leave, he calls after you. May the blessing of our mother follow you, children.
Thank you,
Before
Father.
I go, may I
Mhm.
ask when Mass is?
Oh, tomorrow at 6 a.m.
That's so
Thank
early.
you.
um. Yep. I walk out.
When I
Uh,
walk outside with them, I will, at this point, produce a cigarette and light it.
Mhm. When
sh-
you
and I,
do, how do you light it? Do you have
He has a
Zippo
lighter.
or huh?
Yeah, he has a Zippo. He has like a
You have a
military
Zippo.
Zippo that
When
he
you
uses.
do, you hear, you see, this is not something that I'll have you roll for, but even as you click the Zippo, you see them flinch, all three of them at the same time.
oh, burn it down. Burn it down now.
So we need to stuff it with straw.
Burn it down.
Are we back
Uh,
outside the front of the church?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna make sure the doors are shut before like letting myself
As you
like
do that,
what?
you hear the cart going as it's moved again and brought back to the altar.
Yeah. She blasts and starts like breathing heavy. um, I don't think we need to go back in there.
I don't
Probably
think
not.
I
you need to go back in there.
I would rather you guys didn't either. What if they this is I do you have a spare cigarette?
Yes.
Pulls out a packet. His are super cheap cigarettes, so unless you want a fancy cigarette, you gotta get it from.
No, I just take it. I immediately like take the whole thing
The
in.
entire cigarette just gone.
The entire cigarette is gone, and then I ask for another.
Yeah, he'll give it to you.
Take
Mhm.
another, and then this one I smoke more slowly.
Yeah.
While we're smoking, I would like to remove my glove and use psychometry on the face of the Virgin, the goat
Face of the
face.
Virgin.
Oh,
Okay.
you sure you
Okay.
want it? Okay.
This is gonna
Okay.
go badly.
So,
I'm not.
um,
Hey,
roll it.
information's information.
I suppose so.
Okay. Come on, hard success. That is not a hard success, but it's dead on a success. So I'll take
A
it.
success. Okay. So for this roll, I also need you to roll an education roll.
Okay.
Hmm.
I've already forgotten what that is, so give me one moment, please.
Up at the top.
It's at the top. Yeah, where it says
Yeah,
ages.
70.
Yeah.
yeah, second column.
Okay, I got a 59 under 70.
Okay.
Nice.
So you will make an educated guess that the vision that you see now, it's not a sound anymore. This is a vision fully. You see a British soldier dressed in full-on military gear from years and years and years ago when the Brits invaded Ireland and started colonizing and conquering land. So it's very old. It's not super old like it would be today, but old enough that you
Like-
need a moment. Yeah.
Like
Sorry?
400 to 500 years ago, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And this man is looking at the statue. His face is caked in blood to the point that you can only see the white of his eyes and the shape of his beak. And he just stares at the statue, immobile. Then he lifts his hand, and you see that he is carrying another beak, but this one has been
Oh.
recently torn off a face. And slowly uses the edge of the beak to start scratching off the face of the baby Jesus. Mechanically, like. And the vision ends. Roll a sanity roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you just
yeah.
give me a phobia for that? That's
Yeah, we just get a phobia.
fail.
Failed. Okay, roll a d6.
2.
Okay, so you remove 2 from your sanity roll, and then you roll a d100 on the phobia table.
Okay, one moment, please. My mouse is not responding as well as I wish it would.
I believe it also gained the phobia, unfortunately.
Yeah, my mouse does not like that location. Okay, so D100. I got a 23.
23. So as you were having this vision, you felt cold. You don't know exactly what season this was when this crazed, blood-covered British soldier came here, but you feel a terrible chill, the type of wet chill that you will get only in the north of Ireland, and you develop a fear of cold.
Ooh.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. So you have the vision, you can report it if you wish.
Yeah,
I will report it. So I haven't told you guys this because it's a little embarrassing and also kind of makes me sound crazy. But when I touch things, sometimes I see visions or hear things. And so this scratching here was, I got the vision of an ancient 500 years maybe, British soldier sort of scratching the face off the baby Jesus with a recently dismembered beak. And when I touched the mattress in the hotel, the inn, I kind of got the sound of bleating that bled into people kinds of sounds. Like maybe it was something not quite animal, not quite duck. So those are some things I know.
Are you okay?
No. It was really scary. But I thought I should let you know.
Right. I am wondering, I understand I'm doing this as a favor to Polly's father, but I am not feeling as inclined to be here anymore. If he wants his daughter, he can come himself. I suggest we find some way to leave this place as quickly as possible.
I know that you want that, but I have to stay for Polly. It's okay if you leave. I understand. He sent me along because, well, frankly, I'm not the best of the daughters, but I really care about her.
Polly is your sister.
Yes, my twin.
Okay. Okay. Then I would say we need to find Liam as soon as possible and have him tell us what we need to know, and then we leave.
Maybe we can just invade the back room of the pub.
I
I'm
like
not
that
very
better.
good at kicking.
I turn to James, like, maybe you can do some kicking for us?
That's why they sent me.
I'm going to turn my back on the church and I think start walking back towards the pub.
Okay, very good. Now, I would like everybody to roll me a spot hidden.
Okay. Have I not seen enough?
We'll see.
Ooh, I think I actually may have failed that one second.
A hard success on my account.
Our success, yeah.
61. Oh, I could use luck. Is that? Oh no, it's only to add up, right?
Oh,
Or
even to well, even
or pull back.
Subtract. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll use 1 point of luck
Okay.
to make it a success.
Okay. Okay. So success, and
Fail.
fail. Okay. So, as you walk back, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say you're still seeing horrible visions.
So, as you walk back from the church to the pub, some of you notice. So it's quite dark now. There is not much in terms of lights along the street, but the distance between the church and the pub is not that much that you would get lost. As you arrive to the pub, in front of the pub, there are two houses with a little space between them, not as much as to make a road, but enough to make a small gap. And you see a pair of eyes glimmering like cat's eyes. You don't see the shape or the make of the eyes themselves, but you see the metal glimmer that you would find in eyes that you will see in the dark, and they are oddly spaced, so very
Too far
distant,
apart?
not distanced between one another, not the eyes of a predator, but not quite the eyes of a herbivore as well. And they are spaced far enough to result unnatural. And for a moment, they stare at you as you start stepping into the pub. Then they blink and they're gone.
Sanity?
Did anybody see that?
No, you don't need sanity for that. You could have mistaken it for anything else, considering that I assume that you guys are not countryside people. So
Absolutely not.
You may think that's a cow for all you know, or a deer.
Okay. I'm just gonna fully ignore it. Like, nope, can't deal with that. And I'm gonna see if we can find. Like, I'm gonna look behind the bar, and just start looking for like other things to figure out where the hell Liam is, or like what. I'm snooping.
When you look behind the bar, you see two things. So first, I want to do this. So you want to look behind the bar. Everybody else, what do you want to do?
My understanding is that Liam went through a door behind the
That's
bar.
what you suppose.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to look for a door.
On the ground floor, the only door that you can see is the entrance door.
Mm. Okay, I want to examine the floor for a trapdoor or
Okay.
access to a basement.
Okay, do you want to go behind the bar where Scrooge is or stay in the main? Okay, you want to go there. James, what do you want to do?
Given that the only people who we've seen in here all the time we've been here are ourselves and Liam, and he's a goose, not a duck like the rest of us. Can I track his footprints on the ground?
Absolutely. So for that, let me go on the character sheet and see what you can do.
There is actually a skill called track, which I have
Okay,
training.
you roll track, and the other two behind the bar, you don't need to roll anything because there is a trapdoor behind the
Oh,
bar.
sick.
Yeah, there is also the pot through which Liam was serving you. It's cold, of course, and the
course.
weird, gritty soup is still there.
I don't want to look at it again. So
I
I
kind of
refuse.
want to take
succeeded.
it outside, but
Sorry, go
How
on,
does it
James.
smell?
So,
Oh.
1 second, James. So what
I
do
succeeded.
You succeeded. Okay, the soup smells metallic, almost,
Oh.
and cold, and like cold fat that has been cooked again and again and again. So you succeeded, James, the tracks. So you see that there is a path that is almost mechanical in the precision. So behind the bar, then to the fireplace, then back to the pub, to the bar, and back and forth and back and forth. It doesn't even exit the inn itself.
Okay. Liam never exits this place, and he points at the trapdoor behind it because I assume he would have seen it because he has to walk over and look at the tracks.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He's definitely leaving through there.
Okay. Take a deep breath, and I attempt to open the trapdoor.
Okay, so the trapdoor, you try and open it, but has been locked from the other side.
Well, I'm out. I
I
drop
think
it out.
this is where the kicking comes in.
I think we'll need some kicks here.
Is the trapdoor wooden or is it stone?
Wooden, and with the mechanism made of metal. So there is a big handle shaped like a ring that you could pull up, but has been locked from the inside.
Okay. He looks at the two ladies in the room and goes, "You might want to cover your ear holes."
Yeah, I back up, cover.
He slips on what looks like ear covers that are they look well worn in, that he probably got at some point, and they cover up the ear holes on the side of his head. And he takes the shotgun and puts it right at where the handle is and pulls the trigger.
Okay, it explodes literally. The old wood just splinters. The metal is pushed inward by the shot itself, and there is a loud bang that seems to echo inside the inn and outside, but everything remains still. There are no outward reaction to this, and the trapdoor is now open for you to use. What you see underneath is a flight of stone stairs leading deep down. And the first thing that you notice when the smell of gunpowder stops being present is a weird smell of dust and metallic congealed sort of blood. Not fresh, but dusty, as it has congealed and solidified like an old scab.
God, I desperately want to not have anything to do with it.
Is it cold down there?
It is.
James produces a torch, like a flashlight.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
The fireplaces are still roaring.
Ooh, can I grab a little fire?
Yeah, you can use. There are logs to keep the fires going, but also some of the stools and the chairs look weak enough that you could just
Yeah, like the little old lady like grabs
Yeah,
like a chair and just starts like
yeah,
boop boop.
yeah.
It takes way too long.
Mhm,
Um and I grab a table leg, put it in the fire, and make myself a little torch.
mhm, mhm.
And uh I see like are you giving any kind of physical like tell that you're cold?
Yeah, I even before um, she enters the tunnel, she's going to be shaking visibly. Um,
I'm going to hand you the flaming torch and just like I can feel a bit of a chill down there. This will light and keep you warm.
yes,
And like,
warm. Yeah, we need some warm.
well, I'm gonna grab one myself. I'll be able to stay close by you.
Okay.
And
Are there any
she
coats or
lights the.
anything hanging upstairs?
There are curtains. There are the linens on the bed.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I mean on the first floor, ground floor,
Oh no,
ground floor.
ground floor.
Hmm.
No, there are no curtains. So there are some towel. No, there are some towels to clean the mugs. So yeah, you
Our
can use those.
our
Yeah.
stuff is also upstairs. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could like
You
grab
can
a
just go
jacket.
grab an extra coat or whatever.
Yeah, I'll go upstairs and grab a coat.
Okay, great. So you're bundled up. So okay,
While those two are doing that,
yeah.
you see you see James cycle the shell, and instead of racking the next one, he cycles a fresh shell into the chamber.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
that way it's still fully loaded, just in case he
Okay.
needs it.
Okay.
Um, and he yet again veteran has probably been doing this in America for a while as a PI.
Mm-hmm.
Is holding the torch at the end of the gun, attach like he can't attach it obviously because that's not a thing really yet. But he's
Mm-hmm.
holding the torch to the bottom of the pump so that way he
Mm.
can
Yeah.
point with the shotgun and keep sweeping.
Hey,
Okay.
bud, you could invent that if you wanted to.
I could definitely put a patent out there, make a shit ton of
You
money.
could. You could.
Yeah, you could make your own credit
Definitely.
rating.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
I'm gonna point out that the passage it's quite narrow, so I will need you to roll a sanity roll, James,
Cool.
because of your fear.
My claustrophobia.
Mm.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a success. 20. So I have to roll a
Okay,
d6
roll
now
a
and take
d6.
half, right?
Yes. So you are steady enough, and the situation is dire enough and suspicious enough that you can push back your
Cool.
claustrophobia for a little.
Cool. No
Mm.
worries.
Okay, so you guys can decide what you want to do.
Um, I'm gonna let the man with the gun go first.
Yeah, once
That
everyone's
was
down
my
here,
suggestion.
he'll go. He'll flip open what's left of the trap door and scan the stairwell before walking down to make sure there's not like a trap or like a secret thing that he has to keep an eye out for, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Because these
Okay.
guys seem like they know. Maybe they don't know what they're doing, but they seem insane enough that they might have trapped their own foot. They might have trapped their own footpaths just in case.
Okay. So roll a spot hidden.
That's a 47, so that's a success.
Hmm.
But it's not a good. It's not a hard success. It's just a regular success.
Can I roll as well, or is it
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who wants to roll a spot hidden, roll a spot hidden.
Ooh, that's good.
I got a 98, so I don't think I'm helpful.
No.
You're
A little
cold.
distracted by the smoke off the torch, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're just trying to keep warm. I
Yeah.
got a 38, so just a red. Actually, do you know what? Let's use this luck. I am going to use how many would I need? I'm going to use 9 of my current luck points to make it a hard success.
Hmm.
So now I have. Listen, we got them. We're gonna use them.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have a hard success rather than just a regular success.
Okay, great. Now, as you descend, there are no traps that you can see, but basically the tunnel that we said it's a stone stairwell going down until the tunnel itself becomes taller. On the top of the tunnel, there is an arch
Mhm.
excavated directly into the earth. And strangely enough, this tunnel is entirely rock. It's no turf, it's no dirt or earth, just pure rock. Probably an extension of the mountain, or even the mountain could have reached the village once, but the erosion caused it
Yeah.
to leave space enough for the huts and the cottages to be built. On the arch, there are etchings, and I need everyone to roll me an education roll.
Oh, wow. Didn't expect that. I succeeded with a 37 versus a 40.
Ooh, nice.
Oh God, once again, someone will tell me. I'm just gonna let that be a fail.
Okay.
I succeeded.
I succeed. Okay. So this is not common knowledge at this historical period, because we are still in a historical moment where a lot of Irish culture had been erased and not fully researched. But this is Om.
Oh, that actually
Is
checks out.
Oh,
that is Om. And with the roll that you get, you can notice two things. One, this is not Irish that matches the period of Om. So it looks like somebody used Om to write something in more recent Irish.
Hmm.
So somebody tried to do something that is anachronistic compared to what the alphabet is. So for anybody who doesn't know, Om is the original Irish alphabet, and it's made mostly of signs. I don't know how to say it in English.
It's lines and
Signs,
like
yeah.
straight lines and like
Yeah,
diagonal
exactly.
lines. Yeah.
Exactly. And what it says roughly translates to the womb of the mother.
God, no. I'm so glad I don't know that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds occulty. And I have occult. May I roll occult against that to see if it means anything to me?
Okay, two things. One, you can certainly roll occult. You can also, anybody that wants to, you can roll me the Cthulhu mythos.
I don't
If
have
you have any.
Cthulhu mythos.
I have
Come on
0.
now.
Not Cthulhu
Could I
mythos. Yeah.
could I roll Irish instead to see if I
You
actually
can roll
understand what
Irish,
this Ohm
absolutely.
says? Because
Yeah.
he knows it's Ohm. He might be like, I don't really.
I'm not gonna roll because I think it would be disingenuous.
Okay,
if
okay.
I don't know what I mean.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
what
failed
did
that
you
roll.
roll
So
in occult?
I got a 48 under 60, so we're good.
Perfect. So what do you want to discern with this occult roll?
I want to learn. So when I hear the mother, that sounds like a Catholic thing, but it's in this ancient Irish script, not script.
Alphabet, yeah.
So I want to understand where the intersection of these is, to see like why are they putting it in this alphabet,
So
this more modern idea.
so basically there are a lot of mothers in history. There is the ancient mothers of prehistoric notions. So there is not just the Virgin Mary. This mother, though, the way that it's written in this ancient language with modernish sort of Irish exception. So basically somebody got the letters together and decided to make it look more ominous than it seems, or there is another meaning behind this. But the exception of mother that you can find is something sprawling, like the mother of a brood, which is very different from what the Virgin Mary would be, because she had ostensibly one child. So brood doesn't really match the Catholic inflection of it.
Okay.
And also, yeah, occult speaks a lot of mothers in many, many exceptions. So you can't really pinpoint exactly what kind of mother we are talking about here. Is that okay?
That's perfect. I
Perfect.
only said the Mary because that was my most recent experience.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. James, what did you roll with Irish?
He rolled a 92 out of
Okay,
a
what do you?
61.
Oh, so you failed. Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
I'll share the information I have, and maybe they have ideas about the mother.
The mother. I honestly I don't think I don't think that Scrooge would even know what to think to be able to extrapolate all this information to be able to form like any kind of cohesive thought. It all just seems like completely like cuz she's not into the occult or anything like that. This is all she's barely into religion.
Mhm.
So I think she's just, what are they doing down here? Just what are they thinking of? Mother? Like they so from what you're saying they don't mean the Catholic Virgin Mary or the Mary of Christianity.
It doesn't seem like it.
James, does this may I don't practice. Do you?
Not since the war.
I don't think it's about anything we can practice without some sort of indoctrination, which I'm pretty sure I don't want.
Do
But
we want to continue
what's
walking down
ahead of
here?
us?
Ahead, there is the rest of the tunnel. For the moment, it's dark. There doesn't seem to be torches along or other things. It's just a dark tunnel.
We have to find
I'm
out what Polly
inclined to go
is.
forward.
Yeah, James keeps moving forward.
Okay.
I very reluctantly move forward.
Okay. As you move, the tunnel becomes bigger and enters into a chamber that looks more like a cellar, like a normal wine cellar. There are barrels and other things stacked along the walls, and then there is a further opening at the end of the cellar. The cellar is not super big. It maybe hosts 20 big barrels of some liquid. What is strange is what is at the center of the cellar. The center of the cellar has earth in it. And inside the earth are growing weird trees that look like juniper bushes. The interesting fact, first of all, the fact that they are growing in complete darkness, and the juniper berries that they are creating, the same juniper berries that you would use to make gin, are fat and round and look more like sacks of meat than actual berries. And sir, there is something wrong going on with their little trunks. If you want, you can observe them better with rolling a spot hidden, but you'll need to go next to the junipers and look at them with the torch.
Oh, I refuse. I refuse. Absolutely not. They look like meat? Hell no.
James, may I borrow one of your work gloves?
He's wearing two of them right now.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah,
Well,
he's working right now. You know,
He's working.
That's true.
He's we're in the middle of a job, guys.
Yeah.
I'll take off
What
my
happens
velvet
when you
gloves and
pinch one?
When you
Oh.
pinch one, you feel the floop of sort of like, it's like touching a cyst.
I don't like this.
You feel flakes and juice, but they smell like juniper.
Is there
Then
any other way out of this room?
Yeah, there is another door at the end of the room. And again, does anybody want to roll spot hidden on the juniper bushes, or are we good?
We're
I'll
good.
do
Oh,
it.
fine. Oh, yeah, all right. We none of us want to know any more information about the meat berries.
Yeah, most
No,
of us are like,
thank
you know what? I
you.
think we've had enough of meat
No,
berries for
no,
now.
you don't have to roll on my account. I'm just
No,
asking.
no. 32
Okay,
under 60.
good
Okay.
job, because I didn't make it.
Okay.
Um,
So with the 32, okay. Lucky or unlucky for you, you don't get the finer details of these juniper bushes
thank
because you would have had
God.
to roll much lower. But you notice that next to there are 6 bushes, and next to each bush there is a little inscription planted in the earth, like a tag of sorts, but it's bigger and it's still made in Om. Now, I'm not gonna ask you to roll again for the Om, and basically every inscription says something. It says, Mother, you were with us when we were alone. You gave us siblings when there was none. You protected us from the invader. You gave us food and a warm embrace. Mother, we glorify you, and through this food we take communion. Amen.
Nobody eat these berries. Don't touch the bing
James
the
points at the berry and goes, "Is that what was in the soup?"
You need to roll spot hidden.
He
I
he
roll
just
it
he
now.
puts it out there. He's not going to say any more than that though.
I'm gonna roll, and this time I'll actually want to know the information.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I rolled so bad.
I'll try.
Yeah, I got like a 60. I fail. Well, no,
You
it's
got a
just a regular
98.
success.
No, no. You can't tell, unfortunately, no.
Yeah. I'm like, I with that fail, I'm just like, I hope to whatever god there actually is that that wasn't in the soup. Is there's no like what's in the middle of the room is this like weird little patch of juniper
Yes,
berries.
yes.
Is
And then
there
barrels, and then another door in the at the end. A door. There is no door. It's an exit. It's a further
okay.
corridor.
Do the barrels
Okay.
have corks or
Yes,
taps?
they do.
Can I
We
open
didn't
the
get
tap on one real quick and
yeah.
just smell it?
Yeah, smells like gin.
Okay, I'll close it up real quick and assume
So,
that
no food,
it's
no
got
drink.
these. No, just no touch.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Um,
James says, if we need to burn the place down, we know how to do it.
yep. We have a
Hmm.
nice little supply here. I'm getting more and more inclined by the minute. Um, I guess I'm gonna go over to the door. In fact, no, I'm gonna gesture to James to go over to the door
Yeah, James has been
and
keeping
open
an
it
eye on the
first.
door, which is why he's not
James,
Yeah.
been
roll me a dexterity roll.
What?
dexterity.
No, I
Dexterity.
should be the one to roll it just because I was the one who went there
No, no,
first.
you already told that you let him go, so dexterity.
No, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so that's an 18, which is a
Mm-hmm.
hard success.
Yeah.
Do I want to spend 8 luck points to make it an even better success? Because 10 is my
Maybe.
breaking point.
Like you
No,
haven't used that much luck.
I'll stick with the hard success. I think a hard
Okay.
success is pretty good.
Okay.
So as you walk, you hear the weird fibrous sound of bark detaching from a surface, mixed with the sound that you remember quite well from the war, the sound of flesh tearing from its socket. Mixed together as a hand detaches itself from the trunk of the juniper tree and tries to grab your ankle.
Kill it. Kill it.
And you see that there is an arm protruding from the earth, and the second arm is still attached to the trunk and is going like this, trying to remove itself from the bark, but not aggressively. This hand basically moves over the earth and tries to touch you frantically, as if they are trying to figure out where you are.
Pull them up.
Is it aggressive?
It's frantic, and it's a weird mixture between bark and exposed flesh. There is not even skin anymore. You can see the parts of the muscle and the fat. There is no feathers. There is no skin. There is just bark on the on the back and open flesh underneath that was attached to the trunk of the juniper tree.
Given
Okay.
that, okay, so I have the hardened talent as well,
Yeah.
which means that I don't experience any sanity loss from death, hurting other humanoids. Well, in this case, other duckoids,
Mm-hmm.
or like or seeing
Duckians.
deceased or mutilation, that kind of stuff. Because the war that'll
Yeah.
do that to somebody.
Yeah.
Does this person look like they could actually be alive, or is this just some sort of weird animated thing that he's looking at this and going, is this actually a person?
It is a person. You can't see beyond what you see exposed flesh or bark. You don't know if somebody could survive, especially because the arm is, which means that this person was entombed vertically, and an entire bush, juniper bush, has grown over them. The flesh looks alive. You know what alive flesh looks like because you
Yeah.
saw people in the war being torn to pieces by mortar strikes. But it shouldn't be possible for this person to be alive, considering the way that have been buried.
Well, as James seems conflicted about what he should do, and the other two people in the room are, I assume, yelling at him to
Oh,
do various things.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
screaming and have flown back. This is my worst nightmare. I have a
Pull
phobia
them
of
up.
dead things.
I think that's the perfect point for us to call the session, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I do
Yeah.
think so too. Holy shit. Oh damn, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a minute. um Thank you so much, Rita Lanaritrice,
That's it.
um, for yes, I'm
Yeah, thank
getting
you guys.
Italian. For running this amazing session. We're gonna cut it here. It will be a longer stream next time. We just had so many technical issues that uh we don't need to go into that. So
Mhm.
we're gonna call it here. Thank you so much. La Naltrice, tell us
That's it.
where we can find you.
Yes,
And
on Instagram, yeah. And on Start Playing if you guys want to.
yeah, and what a beautiful way to introduce yourself to start play to
Yay!
people to get you to come. Uh,
Tune in next
Mikey,
time.
tune in next time. Mikey, where can the
You can
people
find
find
me
you?
over on the Component Cast on Tuesdays, where I play Lancer. You can find me on my YouTube channel at The Long Play Gamer, or on Twitch at Surely Only Mikey. And if you want to find me on Blue Sky, you can search at Irish Beefcakes. That's where I am.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice,
nice.
nice. And last but not least, Kate, where can the people find you?
Oh, I can be found in a couple places. So I am playing obviously in this game, but also in D8's Emberlight Saga, which is super lot of fun and a lot to follow, lots of content over there. So I strongly encourage you to take a look. I also play with Erie Games, which is a developer out of New Jersey, US. And we play a game called Para, which is about paranormal investigation that doesn't use dice, it uses tarot cards for resolution, which is super cool. I am playing also in something else I've forgotten. Oh my God, it's gone.
Is it EA Dungeon Drive?
Yes, I'm going to be playing in the D8 Dungeon Drive, which is going to be
Nice.
amazing. It was great last year and it's going to be great this year.
Yeah.
And so everybody sign up to play or to donate. It's going to be awesome. And I will pass it back to Dread.
Yeah, so you guys know me. I'm the dreaded DM. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Start Playing. You can also find me tonight on the Emerald Collective playing Ink Ribbon. It's episode 2. It's getting weird, guys. It's getting weird. And you can usually find me here on DA Dungeon as well, just getting up to nonsense and stuff. So and that is it for us this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate your time, your effort. If you have more time spare, we would love if you would check out our other shows on DA Dungeon, like the Amberlight Saga or Random DMs, and all of these types of cool shows. You can go if you missed us. Go to YouTube. We have a bunch of stuff over there as well. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Just do it. Do it. And we are gonna head out now. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Goodbye now. Goodbye now.
Bye. Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye now.